my second husband was an avid traveler. His favorite city in the whole wide world was Paris. He loved the food, the architecture, the language. He traveled there as often as possible as an airline executive and after he retired. During the last year of his life, he often lamented in a wishful tone, "I just want one more trip to Paris." Unfortunately, due to his failing health, that one last trip was not possible. Bill was cremated when he died, making scattering ashes possible anywhere in the world. It didn't take much thought on my part to know just where that would be. You guessed it, Paris. American Airlines assured me it was no problem to carry a sealed box of ashes on the plane, so I was ready to make my plans. Now, being a single woman, I planned the trip for myself and my best friend, cousin Nicia. Together we would plan and spread Bill's ashes. But where? The plan came together. I made a list of our favorite places. The first nights of our honeymoon, Plaza Athénée, the river Seine, the Eiffel Tower, and of course his favorite ice cream shop in the whole wide world, Berthillon's. Once in Paris, we made a plan on how to surreptitiously slip some ashes into each location. We would have a glass of wine in the lounge of the famous hotel, spot a plant and sprinkle some ashes into the pot when the coast was clear. The plan came together as we entered the lounge inside the Plaza Athénée, ordered 2 glasses of Pinot Grigio, and waited to be alone in the room. The room was dotted with many potted palms to choose from, so I chose one close to our table. When the waitress was out of the room, I walked over to the pot, pretended to be inspecting it. I slipped a small plastic bag filled with ashes from my purse, said a little goodbye wish to Bill, and slipped the contents of the bag into the pot. Mission accomplished. With a smile, we finished our wine and moved on to the next spot, Pont. We found the bridge with all the locks. Lovers for years have been locking padlocks onto the bridge and throwing the key into the Seine, indicating a forever love. From here, it would be easy to spill out the white powdery stuff into the rushing waters. Once on the bridge, I gave it a flick of my wrist and a "love you forever, Bill," while watching the water slowly take away my lover, but not my love. We took a taxi to the next spot on our list, the Eiffel Tower. At one of the 4 corners of the park, we found an empty bench. We sat in silence for a few moments. Finally, Nicia asked, "I want to know what you were thinking as you poured ashes into the Seine." I was thinking of Bill and how blessed I was to have been married to him, of the good times we had. I was also remembering what a kind and gentle man he was, and so I'm so happy now that he's finally having his trip to Paris. With that, another bag was emptied in the grass under the bench. We were ready for our last stop, Berthillon Ice Cream. We took a taxi to the small island of Saint-Louis and Bill's favorite ice cream. Leaving Bill would not be as easy this time, as the shop faces the sidewalk and has only one door to enter. As usual, there was a line of eager customers waiting to place their orders. When it was our turn, Nicia held the door open for me. I quickly sprinkled ashes behind the door with a sly little "Enjoy the treat, love," before entering to order strawberry for Bill. Exhausted but satisfied, we found a bistro to relax and discuss the day. Bill finally has his last trip to Paris.